Hi guys, we had the FP1 in the morning. We'll be having the sprint qualifying starting soon. But looking at the upgrades and everything everybody brought, we can see the McLarens are still looking fast. Red Bull has reprofiled their front wings, their front suspension, the different rear wings. Some floor changes that gone on Red Bull. You can see Max Verstappen is looking more happy. I don't know why he's looking more happier. Then the Ferrari, the upgrades they brought has not really shown, has not proven its dividends. It's still looking far off. For Mercedes, we can see everybody is still trying to settle, but everybody brought upgrades. Aston Martin, Visa Cab, everybody. But the sprint qualifying will show us what we can look out for tomorrow and what we can see in tomorrow's sprint race and qualifying. But it looks as if McLaren still look dominant. Unfortunately, they are still dominant. They are still the class of the class, the cream de la cream. We might see a lot of momentum shift. It depends on who has more momentum all through the weekend. This championship is looking as if there will be a shift from this moment forward. But up until the sprint race, I'll give you more upgrades, but it's going to be very interesting in the sprint qualifying. Don't miss it. So, sprint qualifying, Ferrari ran two different configurations on both Lewis and Leclerc's car, but that was not the issue. Lewis Hamilton was out in Q1, SQ1. Is it that the rear they brought is not working or whatever? Lewis Hamilton said during the press conference yesterday that the car still feels the same. For practice one and sprint qualifying, the car looks far off. To me, the car was closer in Britain, but now the car is far off because we believe that the new rear, they should be able to lower the car more and get more speed and more momentum, but the car looks worse. Lewis Hamilton got a rear lock up and that was the end of his qualifying. Antonelli too was out. Is a very bad one for Antonelli because I feel Antonelli is doing a great job, and at 18 years old with the qualifying he's had in the last few races is not really impressive. Lewis Hamilton has had a sprint qualifying pole, Antonelli sprint qualifying pole, and both of them are out. Antonelli, too bad for him, 20th on the grid, spun off, and that was the end of it. And I think the teams have invested so much in upgrades. Is it that the upgrades are not upgrading or they are back? It's crazy. I'm laughing because McLaren is showing everybody that come rain, come shine, nobody can catch us. I'm telling you, come rain, come shine, nobody can catch us. I won't say that. Wait till the end. But the funny thing was, Albon, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Hamilton all out. We had the SQ2 hoping for a better one. The McLaren had been a benchmark. Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc, Ocon. Piastri almost went out in SQ2, but we had Russell out in SQ2, 13. That's how worse it was for Mercedes today. Tsunoda out, qualified in 12th, lost in 11th, Russell 13th, Alonso 14th, and Stroll 15th. I think the two Aston were trying to give themselves slipstream to get some decent pace out, but they were unable to get that out. So tough for them, but a bit of fun. But we had some new faces in SQ. Now we had some beautiful qualifying session for Bortoleto, Ocon. Wow, Beerman, as in it was just out of it. Oscar Piastri now came. It was like after the whole thing he went through in United Kingdom in the last race, it was like, let me show you guys what I can do. He outqualified Max Verstappen by 4.5 tenths. Yeah, you heard me, 4.5 tenths. He outqualified his teammate Norris. Outqualified him by 6 tenths. Like that. Like, let me show you guys that I'm not here to joke. He now outqualified Charles Leclerc by 7.5 tenths. Ferrari is on a funny track. It's so crazy. The biggest upgrade of the season still shows no performance. The race simulation, no performance. I think Ferrari have a long day, a long night, a long season to run. And I said there will be surprises. Yeah, we are seeing surprises. Ocon 5th. From 1st to 4th is 7 tenths. But from 1st to 5th, one full basket of a second, like out. Then we have Carlos Sainz, Beerman, Gasly 8, Aja 9, and Bortoleto 10. And Bortoleto was 1.6 seconds out from Oscar Piastri. That shows that the McLaren are just in a league of their own. They are not playing with everybody. I wonder what will happen tomorrow because we're expecting rain to fall today, but the weather was damp, cool, beautiful, and we expect Mercedes to thrive. Mercedes forgot what thrive means. They left it in Britain. They came to race and left thrive, and we saw nothing. Ferrari left their whole performance in Maranello. But from the workings, McLaren shows they are working. Red Bull showed they are working because Max Verstappen splitted the two McLaren. Like, I no go agree. Even if I enter on I know say the 15 laps tomorrow fit dey difficult, but let me just he entered their middle to show that he's still in it to fight and to win. Maximum 8 points tomorrow to dish out, but let's see what happens. But I think it is going to be a very interesting sprint race. People struggling from behind to see how they can catch up. Accidents will come up, not a fatal one, but it's going to tell us where we are going. Will Ferrari be able to solve the rear locking issue? Because I think they had that locking issue in that Lewis Hamilton all through practice one. They need to look at what they are doing wrong to get the rear to perform, because his own driving style is different from his teammate's driving style. Antonelli, I think he needs to work with his race engineer, Pete Bonington and Toto Wolff, so that they can get him into the fix he needs to be. And also Valtteri Bottas, who has been of help to him. I think there are so many things they need to juggle out to set him up in the team, because it's not looking funny for him. They've been able to sort that out to put him in the balance in which he wants. Though that boy is a very talented driver. He has shown us the glimpse of what he can do, but we know that there is still more in that bag. So let's see how that comes up and coincident for him. But up until tomorrow for the sprint race, it's going to be very interesting. The sprint race and the main qualifying, you don't want to miss it. Catch you guys. I love you guys. Bye.